Throughout our lives, usually a lot of us are involved in drama in some way or another. Well, at least if you're not some weevil who has no fucking social life. Oh shit, wait, that's you. Speaking from personal experience, a lot of it comes from fucking high school. Well, what do you fucking know? High school? In anime? Nani? And very surprisingly, drama is one of the most famous genres in anime, going head to head with the shonen genre and the slice of life genre. This is mainly because drama sticks to other shows like a fucking leech. Oh, it's shonen? Fucking drama. Oh, it's slice of life? Fucking drama. Oh, it's horror? Fucking drama. Oh, it gives you a boner? Fucking drama. Oh, it's shit? Fucking drama. Drama can be associated with pretty much anything, but it is actually very rare from my experience to run into a show in which the main focus is the drama. This is Jordo, bringing you a review of Kids on the Slope, an anime, well, about fucking drama. And some jazz. Kids on the Slope, or Sakamichi no Apollon, is a Japanese manga series written by Yuki Kodama. It gained an adaptation in 2012 with 12 episodes by Studio Mappa, directed by the one and only Shinichiro Wata fucking Nabe. Wait, wrong anime. This story follows the more dramatic coming-of-age approach to the slice-of-life genre, set in rural kind-of-ish Japan in the 1960s. Following are three main characters, Nishimi Kaoru, Kawauchi Sentaro, and Mukai Ritsuko, in their struggles as they tackle teenagery while adding a lot of musical and historical aspects that were famous in Japan at the time. Much more specifically, jazz. Kids on the Slope is kinda well sort of not, really, a show about music? In each episode and sometimes arc, we get exposed to certain aspects of the characters in jazz, but it actually stresses much more on the drama and character interactions, with music only being a medium to get those interactions flourishing. This story is supposed to simulate to life in the real world. The random episodes are sort of the highlights of the life of the characters, if you catch my drift. Whenever I think about my childhood, I can only remember certain key moments which are usually very full of drama or shock. Some of these moments carry a lot of weight, some are very sad, and some are incredibly fun or joyful. In the story of Kids on the Slope, we see the really fun and sad moments our characters experience, which is the reason why I think that most people who watch this anime can incredibly enjoy and 98% of the time ignore the fact that this anime is actually random. Oh my god. I'm so random. Talking about laughing emojis, can I really just point out how beautiful the comedy of this show is? This comedy is the type of comedy I often call serious comedy. Serious comedy is usually the type of comedy that instead of actually trying to be funny, it creates a situation in which the comedy expresses itself without needing to point out, "Oh hey, here's a joke, you didn't buy my fucking body pillow." Fucking weebo fag. This is my favorite type of comedy, since it is incredibly hard to even mess with the actual atmosphere of the show. While watching Kids on the Slope, the comedic value of the episodes never messed with my immersion in the actual show itself, which now that I think about it, is pretty hard to do. Well, I guess this is why only good anime have serious comedy. Now, let's talk about the main aspect of the show, the drama. The drama is actually really good and innovating, promoting extremely well the character interactions. The conflicts the characters face are really something new. You can actually feel that these characters are doing this and that because of a plausible reason, unlike some other shows, although it sometimes gets in the way of the actual story. Some of the conflicts, sometimes portrayed with flashbacks to explain why a character is doing something, is not really explained at all, or given any real exposition. There is also this really unnecessary romantic side story in the second half of the show, which did not need to take over the show that much. It felt really out of place. It literally promoted nothing or even advanced this show at all in the slightest. In my opinion at least, it should have just stayed in the sidelines and just slightly implied as it did then in the first half. It didn't have much of an effect on the show, that much to actually harm it, but it did annoy me every now and then. The characters on Kids on the Slope are extremely down to earth, which is actually good since it is a show that mimics real life, often showing a lot of great characterization in how our characters handle being teenagers. Now, I cannot really describe how much of a great job the author did while writing this work. All I can truly say is that this show is a lot like Spring, showcasing the struggles of finding yourself as a teenager and what going through this feels like. Now, in anime you often see a lot of shows saying, "I'm doing this and that because of friendship. She is my tomodachi kawaii desu ne. Never give up." But Kids on the Slope does something incredibly different, which I found just genius. Tackling something that is arguably a taboo topic in the anime genre, which is, what is the true meaning of friendship? Well, who the fuck would have thought of that? I have watched a lot of heartwarming anime. And what I see all the time is a lot of telling. It is easy to say, "She's my friend, so I must do this and that," but can you show it though? This is what Kids on the Slope did. It showed an actual relationship between friends, which is something I really want to commend this show for doing. This is one of the few shows I have seen that actually executes the nakama fucking aspects of a show to a believable extent, and that in my opinion speaks volumes. Now, something weird happened in this anime, and the only way I can really explain it is by saying the Bakano effect.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah, I know, what the fuck, right? And that is that most of the characters have little to, even sometimes, no character development. Does this hinder or cripple the show at all? No, because the only thing you need are interesting characters. Said no one fucking ever. It is something that I thought about a lot while writing this review. Did the characters even change at all throughout the show? Well, simple answer is no. Not really. So how come I enjoyed this show this much? Well, the atmosphere of the characters are the reason why I did. After watching this show, I realized that maybe you don't need character development to have a great show. Maybe the only things you need are a set of interesting characters with a compelling personality. But of course, nobody fucking wants that, like all the girls that rejected me. The art and animation are definitely something new and fresh. Instead of being incredibly flashy like most anime, the coloring of the show is actually very bleak. The clear undertones complement the overall atmosphere of the 1960s and jazz music. It feels incredibly relaxing, almost like a subtle and fresh memory you remember at some point, or sometimes even having a classical feeling, or rather a melancholic one. The animation is incredibly well crafted, definitely the best work by MAPPA in my opinion. The playing of the instruments is incredibly fluent, much more fluid than I had originally expected it to be. There are also a lot of instances in which the animation takes a more lively approach using very lifelike simple animation, which I very much liked. It gave the show that stylish feeling of uniqueness, even complementing the realistic side of the show. The character designs are actually really, and I mean really simple. By that I mean that they aren't very impressive at all. You would think this is bad, but in my opinion it isn't. I quite like them actually. I felt like they gave the show an extra mile of realism. The music in Kids on the Slope is composed by Yoko Kanno.
You trust your eyes too much.
Wait, wrong anime. Most of the actual soundtrack is compiled of jazz melodies, while the jazz songs played by the characters are classical jazz or hard bop, also called black jazz. The vibe of the 60s is also there, considering there are a lot of references to the classical 60s pop rock. Not something very important, but it's a cool detail to add into the show. The music played by the characters is used to portray their feelings, which a lot of the quote-unquote development comes from. The performances of the characters are an incredible representation of music. Although the main focus of the show is in music, they still spent a small amount of time fleshing out this part of the musical aspect of the show, showing how music can unite people. How music can make a sad, depressing day a better day. The beauty of playing an instrument. It's all seen by the playing of the characters. It isn't said, it is showed through the scenes. Constantly letting the viewer know how music.
My body feels light. It's as if I've been born again. I feel like I've got wings on my feet.
Can sometimes even change your life. Kids on the Slope was an incredible show for sure. Throughout the 12 episodes for a brief moment, I was no longer in the United States. The immersion that this show brought upon me was that strong. I felt like I was in the 1960s Japan, watching as the story unfolded before my eyes. The incredible realism by the combination of all the factors mentioned before was so good, it actually made me feel this way. Very few anime have been able to do something like this. The artistry showcased by Watanabe's writing, complemented by the realism of Mappa's animation and Kano's skillful display of music composure, have all brought me to reward Kids on the Slope with a solid 8.8 out of 10. And without having nightmares, I can safely recommend this show as a must-watch. Kids on the Slope is currently licensed by Sentai Filmworks, and I don't think they have a website. So if you'd like to watch it legally, you can always go to crunchyroll.com and watch it there. Hello, Jordo here. Thanks a lot for watching my anime review of Kids on the Slope. If you liked today's review, please don't forget to drop a like and subscribe. All criticism is accepted, so don't be afraid to call me a cock-sucking cunt in the comments below. If you'd like me to review a specific anime or manga or whatever, please drop the name in the comments below and I'll try my best to review it. This has been Jordo Reviews, signing out.